In this video, traders, we're going to look at if your trading is going well, don't do this. Stay tuned. Hey guys, warm welcome to you. Right, so if your trading is going well, good on you, thumbs up from me, well done for getting to the part where you're actually making some money, where you actually feel like you've made some progress. You've probably got a lot of different things dialed in and it's working well for you. And it feels good, right? You're working well, the strategy's working well, money's coming in. Yes, you're making losers. Yes, you're having drawdown, but you see the equity curve just climbing nicely and you think, yeah, this is what it's all about. I've hit this sweet spot. I'm doing well. You're trying to increase your size. It's all good. However, don't do what I did when I first hit that thread of profitable trading in a row, chugging along, making great money, just killing it, think this is great. All I was focused on is increasing my size. Don't make the mistake of just not looking for new strategies and new opportunities. That is the biggest mistake that you can make as a trader when you first start to get some traction. When you really start to hit the nail on the head, everything's running smoothly, you think you can't change. You think this is it, I've got it, the strategy's working perfectly, brilliant. All I've got to do now is keep working on increasing my size, increasing my size, increasing my size, and the money will flow, the money will flow. Because at some point, that strategy may well be ineffective. Now, does it mean it won't become effective again later on? No, but market conditions change. And the thing is, what happens is you have this run of very nice trading, everything's working very, very well, and then it starts to not be so good and you might be still making a little bit of money. It's okay, well, this is okay. I've seen this before, not a big problem. And then it just stops working completely. Then you're kind of losing trades, or you're not seeing the setups, you're not seeing as many setups, or you have more losers than you should, you're drawing down. And at this point, you go, right, I need to, and in the ideal scenario, by the way, in this point you go, right, now I need to flip to another strategy or I need to back off and wait. The biggest problem, or the biggest kind of mistake, and again, I've made this myself, guys, that I see people make, is that you carry on pressing with the strategy that's no longer working because you don't have anything else to do. You've been all in on this one strategy or little basket of strategies around a theme, and it's been working very, very nicely. And then when it doesn't, you've got no plan of action. Now that plan of action could well be to stop, take a quarter off and reassess. That's fine. Or it could be, okay, now I'm going to move into this trading strategy, which is slightly different. I need to rotate and I need to trade this way because the market conditions have changed. It's so tempting and so easy to want to press and press and press and press and press. And if you're not careful, you end up undoing all the hard work. So let's say, and you see this, guys, also, you see this in kind of books we read from some of the great traders. You know, they say, listen, I had a trend following system. It was making so much money. It was doing very, very well. And then it just stopped working. And then I go, right, well, that was it then. It just kind of stopped working and I had to just stop trading it and, you know, I had to look for something else. And some of the other traders talk about what they did next. You know, they started trading more of a momentum type strategy. They started trading more mean reversion, or they went into pair trading, or they went into seasonals, or they went into spreads. You know, you can see the transition. It's really interesting to read some of the great traders, how they did that. Something that's working so well, so often, then they had to change. So it's the same for you and I, guys. You know, when we find something that's working really, really well, by all means, keep on it. You know, while it's working, milk it for as much as you can. And I've said that many times on the channel before. However, dedicate some time in your trading week to looking at new strategies, new methods, and new ways of trading a different market environment. Scroll back on your chart, look when times were different, and decide how you could trade those markets, or how you could trade those type of markets. Another thing you can do is you can look at other markets as well. Say, okay, well, I'm very specialist in this. What about if I start to place some trades and develop some strategies for these markets? So that if this market stops being so fruitful and so useful, I can now go to that market and transition. You're not expecting it to replace it, but at least it's something that's there. Or, like I say, you come up with a plan of action that says, okay, well, if my equity curve starts to draw down like this, this is my cutoff point. This is when I take a 3-month break, 2-month break, whatever it may be, and reassess. Because the most important thing is protecting that equity curve. So you've got a plan of action. What you don't want to do is this, guys. You don't want to be sitting here making all this money, doing really, really well, and give it all back again because you've been trying to press a strategy that's no good. Because all you do then is waste all that time, and it's super frustrating if you do that. And you've got to catch it early. Now, this is where there's a little bit of you've got to judge it. A little bit of a drawdown might just be a little bit of a lull in the current conditions. However, a big heavy drawdown, it's not working. I know guys who, specifically in the bull market, were buying X% pullbacks on the bull market, working very, 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 very well. And all of a sudden, when we get into this position where it's kind of brutal pullbacks, but still chugging, that didn't work anymore. They're getting stopped out. They're losing money. They're adding the losing money. The strategy doesn't work, even though there's still a bull market. The vicious pullbacks that we were getting were news driven, all this just ended up shaking people out. So you've got to adapt and adjust your strategy. It's same with people who are trading. I know guys who are trading pair trading indices, working well for months and months and months. It's just almost like a cash machine, ka-chung, ka-chung. And then they just stop working. And it's knowing when to move into something else, or to stop trading completely and have a rest and have a break and give yourself a pat on the back and come up with strategies where you're not trading, is the key, guys. That's the key to longevity, because you want to do this, you don't want to be here, and then you want to carry on with something else that's working. Carry on with something else that's working. If you can minimize this drawdown, then even better, because not only have you learned stuff, you've made money, and you're starting to kind of move the needle in the direction you want, guys. So if your trading is going well, thumbs up for that. Well done. Good that you've got some traction, it's working. Just be mindful that it won't last forever, that strategy, if you've got a specific strategy, that is, and be aware that you have to adapt and adjust, and just be cautious and have a plan of action. When it doesn't start working, what are you going to do? Are you going to start to trade something else? Or are you going to take a break and come back when the market's changed condition? Take care, guys. See you next one. Keep your risk managed. Bye-bye.